everybody. How are you today? It's Friday. What day is it? It's Friday, April 9th. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? You know what to do if you are tuning in for the first time, second time, or 100th time. Drop it in the comment section and let me know where you're tuning in from. Where are you coming? Where are you going? Where is home? Drop it in the comment section and let me know. I'm coming to you live from my home office today. It's raining outside, but that doesn't mean it can't be a great day. Coming to you live from Wisconsin. Hello, where are my Wisconsin peeps at? Hello, drop it in the comment section. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It's Fitness Friday. It's one of my favorite days of the week. And if you tuned into Wednesday's Wellness, I was talking about mindset versus mind shift, and I shared a story about a driver that I met a few years ago, and he was complaining of back pain and was a little unwilling, to put it nicely, to try anything new. It was almost as though he was married to his back pain. And maybe you've been there, where you just don't want anything to get better. I mean, you do, but you don't. I shared a story about a cat on a nail, and a owner had a cat on a nail and he was meowing, and the neighbor says, "Why is your cat meowing?" And the owner says, "Because he's on a nail." And then the neighbor says, "Why doesn't he get off the nail?" And the owner says, "Because it doesn't hurt that bad." I believe the same is true for many of us in our lives with anything. The struggle, the pain, the discomfort is uncomfortable, but sometimes not enough to get us to do something about it. So my hope for you and everybody else is that we can do something about whatever it is we want to improve in our lives. And I believe it starts with one small change. Today, we're talking about a quick move that you can do to help improve back pain and hip pain. One of the things a lot of people don't realize is that where it hurts in their physical body is oftentimes not what's causing the pain. And this is where it gets really confusing with anatomy, because let's say you have shoulder pain and you're like, "I don't know what I did." And you keep on focusing on your shoulder, but really it's your shoulder blade or even your lower back that's causing that shoulder pain. This is what's called referred pain. And I see this a lot with people with lower back pain. Although the back hurts, it a lot of times can be the hips, restriction, tightness, injury, pain, fascial restriction that is causing the lower back to have pain. So it's really important that we step back when we have pain and physical discomfort and go, where could that be coming from? Hey Cheryl, thanks so much for tuning in. On the way home, woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna show you all an oldie but goodie stretch. This is one of my favorite, time-tested, tried and true. All the time, it's gonna be a great stretch to go to if you have hip pain, back pain, even knee pain, even shoulder pain. Because when the hips are tight, it's almost like putting on a cinch or squeezing a bag of Play-Doh in the middle. And then everything else around it is affected. So this is called figure 4 stretch. And I'm gonna back up so that you can see me sitting on the chair. All right, so you can do this stretch. You can do this really simple stretch. When I mean simple, it's not complicated, it's not fancy, but it is very functional and it is very helpful. And I'm gonna show you a couple little tidbits and little tricks to this, because maybe you've done this before that you weren't aware of, and a little twist to it that's gonna give you even more bang for your buck. So when you're working with a stretch like figure 4, you wanna be sitting on something where your knee and your hip can be level, okay? So whether that is a chair, a bench, your side of your sleeper, you slide sideways in the driver's seat and flip the armrest up, whatever it is, you wanna find somewhere that you can sit comfortably, okay? And then the second thing, you wanna sit tall. For a lot of us, tightness pulls us forward and down, and so tight hip flexors, even tight hamstrings, so we want to be able to already give ourselves, right out of the gate, the best chances possible to get a stretch simply by sitting upright. I always notice halfway through the day when I catch myself, I don't realize how much I've been slumping forward until I tell myself to sit upright. Okay, step 2, we're gonna take one leg and cross it over the opposite knee. I always like trying to find little movements within movements, so can you pick up one leg up off the ground without rounding or tucking your tailbone? And how far can you get that leg without needing to use the hand to cross it. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't use your hand for help, because by all means, get that ankle up on the knee however you can, but this is a great test of hip strength and also a great little mechanical move, because all of a sudden one day you're going to wish you could be able to do this and you can't. So this in itself is what we call a functional movement. All right, so once we have that knee up, or ankle up on the knee, if you're someone that isn't able to get it this high, take something else and stack it nearby. Whether that's a couple boxes, a stool, maybe you have a lower chair, whatever it is, it's a make it work moment that you could simulate your knee just at a lower level. All right, there's always a way. So if you're feeling pain, discomfort, you're not sure about something, always drop it in the comment section and I will come back and answer all of those questions, and if necessary, follow up with a video. All right, once we have our knee or ankle on our knee, lengthen your body up a little bit again. You might notice a couple of things. You might notice a little bit of pinching or pulling in the hip flexor, which is very normal. You may also notice some pulling or strain in the outer hip into the glute. It's because all those muscles are being stretched and pulled. The leg is being externally rotated, and this is not a typical position that we're in during the day. And I'm explaining these things to help you understand why. Otherwise, we're just doing something for the sake of doing it, and then we wonder, why is this feeling this way? Why can't I do something? So hopefully we can uncover some of that. All right, so once you get your ankle on your knee, it's okay if you need to hold on to it. Nothing wrong with that. I want you to flex the foot. So when we flex the foot, we actually make the muscles in the hip respond versus keeping the foot soft. So you can actually feel that probably in your leg when you flex the foot versus let the leg be soft. Flex, pointed, okay? So we're gonna flex the foot. Sit tall again. I'm gonna keep reminding you of that, and just kind of move a little bit to see if you can get some of that tissue underneath your sitting bones a little bit more free. Okay, so this might be all you can do, my friend, and if this is all you can do, I want you just to work this. Where and when can you fit this type, I call this guy seated pose, this is often girl seated pose. I want you to practice this external rotation. This movement in the hip is so important for the lower back. It's like breaking a glow stick apart. It's giving that lower back relief, and if you have sciatica, this is a great position to practice. All right, if you're ready for a little bit more, you're going to sit as tall as you can and moving from the hip. So this is the ribs, this is the chest, this is the hip. We want to move from the hip, hinging as far forward as you can go. Almost think about your sternum coming over your shin. Now, if you're a little bit larger in the middle, just go as far as you can comfortably. It might even take a little bit of rocking and moving. The tighter and more stiff your hips are, the stickier that tissue is, as you come forward, that's all stretching. That all has to recombobulate, very scientific term, as you come forward. And as you come forward, that pulling might increase in your outer leg, in your inner groin, and even into your lower back. I want you to pay attention to how your mind responds to this, because oftentimes when we feel something that we're not used to in the physical body, we instantly call it pain. Oh, that's painful, when really it's just a new sensation. It's muscles stretching. So make sure that your brain doesn't go right away to being like, oh no, that's so bad, because you could be keeping yourself from something incredibly helpful. So as you come forward now, I'm going to use my forearm, or you can use your hand, and press down on that crossed leg. Now I'm increasing the stretch in the groin even more, which is going to feed that release in your lower back. And just coming as far forward until your body says, okay, no more please. Keeping a nice long spine, shoulders relaxed, and I'm just choosing how much pressure to put on that crossed leg. Now here's the twist. The twist is, take your forearm and lay it on top of your shin, and it's okay, if you're up here, just grab the ankle. And if that feels a little awkward, stick like a towel or your pants folded, anything, make it work so that your forearm can rest if that's bothersome for your arm or shoulder. I'm gonna lay my forearm on my shin and grab my foot, just the bottom of my shoe. and rotate my body and grab the back of the chair and make this into a twist. So if I turn sideways for you guys, this is my favorite part. This is the twist to the pose, literally, because now I get my entire spine involved. Think about trying to open your shoulders and lean up against a wall. Take your head into it. We don't rotate our neck enough. And think about the bottom of your chin coming in line with your shoulder. And just nice, deep breathing. So as you do this, if all of a sudden you notice you're holding your breath, you're just causing more tension in your body. You're cutting off that very much needed oxygen to your muscles, which is just going to make you cramp and just make you more uncomfortable. So make sure, however far you choose to go, your body's not fighting against you and you're able to breathe. And then slowly bring yourself back out. And if you're coming out, you're feeling a little stiff, absolutely normal. The muscles are covered with a tissue called fascia. And that fascia is often like, if you've ever tried to bend plastic and then it gets those white striation lines, that's that stiffness you're feeling. It's a good thing because that plastic should be moved daily, but we're just not moving it enough. And then you're gonna wanna do the same thing on the opposite side. So can I pick my leg up? Can I cross my ankle over my knee if I need help with that? Nothing wrong, but see how far you can go without it. Flex the foot. And if you're noticing that pinching in your hip, sometimes that doesn't go away for people, relax your leg for a moment, use your hands, and just rotate the thigh outward. And as you do that, you might be kind of thinking to yourself, hope, but like it's just going right back where it came from. What you're doing is you're guiding the tissues. So however it is that you go about your day, you create patterns in your body. If you always sit like this in your driver's seat with your elbow on either the side little armrest or the window, your body creates a pattern for that. Your muscles create a memory for that. It's like a dirt road. If you constantly run on the same two little running tracks in the dirt road, it's going to create a rut in the road. So your body can kind of have those as well, hips, legs, however you stand during the day. So we want to try to tell those tissues that there's another way of moving, and we can do that by guiding them. It's all these little things that when you look at a picture in a book, they don't tell you. All right, let's flex the foot again. Just pay attention to the side, kind of wiggle your hips around, get your hips a little free. Anything that's sticky, try to unstick it. And then nice and tall again, same thing. How far can I come forward from your hip? Not from the rib cage. This is not a hinge at the hip. This is a fold at the rib cage. So how far can I come? Think about your sternum going over your shin, and then forearm gently presses down on that crossed leg. So I really feel this. I feel this actually in two different spots, my right side versus my left side. On my first side, it's a lot more in my leg, in what's called your IT band, your iliotibial band down the side of the leg, where this one I feel it much more in my glute because of how I move about my day, how I sit, how I stand. There's different patterns that you have, which is what creates those sensations in your body. So it's not always symmetrical. And then pressing down. Notice if you stop breathing, it's a good reminder to start breathing again. And then we want to add that twist. I'm going to lay my forearm parallel with my shin, grab my foot. It's okay if your arm is straight like this. It's okay if your elbow's a little bent. I have long arms, so it's just close for me because my arms are long. And so as you grab hold, nice big breath in, turn your rib cage. Maybe use your hand and guide your ribs. Remember, if you're not twisting a lot during the day, your body's sticky. It needs to be guided into that rotation because it's not a normal movement that you're doing. Grab the back of your chair, grab the side of your driver's seat chair, grab the seat belt, whatever it is that you need to, and let your body move into that rotation even more. Let the bottom of your chin try to find the top of your shoulder and really challenge your neck. Nice deep breathing. So how long should you hold this for? Can you hold it for 5 breaths? Can you hold it long enough until you notice that sensation or tension drop down a couple notches? If you're at an 8, can you drop it down to a 5? If you're at a 5, can you drop it to a 4? And all the while paying attention that mentally you're not fighting against your body. And slowly start to unwind. I can actually feel that in my shoulder as well. And then uncross the ankle. When you come out, it's normal to feel stiff. It's normal to feel tension in your hips because you haven't done this in a while, or maybe not ever. But this is a move, I'm gonna move a little closer. This is a move that you all can be doing every single day. Every single day. This is not something that's complicated. It's not fancy. You can have your work boots on, you can have your jeans on, whatever it is. But I have a challenge for you. I want you to do this stretch every single day until next Friday. So when I come live for Fitness Friday, I'm gonna show you this, but in another variation, okay? But you have to promise me you're going to do this stretch at least once a day for 7 days. And then notice how your back and your hips feel. Even better yet, notice how your shoulders, your neck feel, because we're adding that rotation. This isn't about how far you can get. This is about what you're feeling. We all have these preconceived notions and these misconceptions about how we think our body should feel, how we think our body should or shouldn't move, or what we think about when we think about exercise. And I want you to wipe all of that clean. This is about you moving more. This is about you feeling better in your body. And if you have pain, if you have discomfort, if you're feeling stiff, if you're telling yourself, oh, it's age, which is a bunch of BS, I want you to know that the number one thing you can do for yourself is to just simply move more. No fancy exercise needed, no workout plan needed, just get up and move more. Do stretches like this, get up and walk, squat down on purpose and pick up your sock off the ground. You know, whatever it is, reach up overhead just because you can. All of those things add up at the end of the day. I'll leave you with this. It's the small, simple changes that add up to the big results. Do not be the cat on the nail. Do not be the cat on the nail whining that the nail hurts, but not doing anything about it. I think many of us fall into that trap, especially as we get older and things get busy, and we feel like nothing's gonna help. But nothing can help unless you try. And I hope to help you with that effort. So remember, next 7 days, I want you to be doing this stretch. Meet me back here next week, Fitness Friday, and let's talk about how much better you feel. Most important, please share out this broadcast. This helps us reach more drivers just like you and let them know that there are things that they can be doing on the road that are not complicated, not fancy, but definitely very functional. Huge shout out to our sponsors. Check out my shirt, pretty awesome. But oh, here we go. You can really see it. Bud and Tony's Truck Parts, they're absolutely fantastic. Please, please, please like them on Facebook. Let them know Hope sent you from Mother Trucker Yoga. If you have any needs for your truck, go check them out, budandtonys.truckparts.com. One of the most favorite things that I love about Bud and Tony are their dedication to the trucking community and their dedication to want to keep giving back. They give back hundreds of thousands of dollars, you guys, every single quarter, every single month to different charities. That's their whole main goal of their business, is to not become zillionaires. It's how much more can we give back. So when you buy from them, when you purchase from them, just know that that's what they're doing to be able to grow the community. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook for more great tips just like this one. All right, until next time, maybe tomorrow for Stretch It Out Saturday, I will be seeing you guys again really soon. Bye.